As the senior statesman of the locker room, what are things like after two tough defeats?
You try not to get down, but it's tough to, when you invest a lot into something, your time, your energy, it's hard not to take it rough. You put so much time and effort into these big games, and you come off a short week, and you play a short week, and you put enough work for a full week into a short week, and then you come back and you know, arguably one of the bigger games of the year, and you try and get ready for that. And you put a ton of time and effort into that, and then you lose that one. And it's tough to, but that's my job. And with that being said, I think that things in the locker room are focused on the next game.
Is there some truth? I know Coach Narduzzi has said a couple of times since the Notre Dame game that like the refocusing is since Notre Dame wasn't a conference game. You've got three conference games ahead of you. Is that something you guys talk about that
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
the
It was
ACC still up there?
the Notre Dame game was a pride game. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that's a rivalry, pride game. A lot of tradition in that match, and but some of our goals are still in front. All our goals are still in front of us. And that's to compete for the league, and we can't control that at this point, but we can control going out and doing our best this week against Duke, and whatever happens with the rest of the team happens.
Is there anything you can think of as to why the last two games between these two teams have been so crazy?
Yeah, I know. I'll start with point the finger at myself. There's a couple plays in every game, that I wish I could get back, and
I meant like Pitt and Duke, like the last two.
I'm sorry. Can you ask the
I
question
meant
again?
like the last two times like you guys have played Duke.
Uh-huh.
Both games have been like 55, in the 50s and pretty
Yeah.
crazy. Is there anything to that or?
Well, I mean, we watched the game. We watched last year's game a little bit today, and we ran the ball well on them. No question about that. Um, and then 2 years, so obviously I didn't play last year, but 2 years ago we went down there, and we were able to score. But from what I do remember is I don't think that we scored more than a touchdown in the fourth quarter. And if I remember, there was Spoon made a big catch or something to kind of seal the game, but it was like we scored 50 some points, and we're one not scoring in the fourth quarter, so we're not finishing drives. You guys have heard me talk about, in order for this offense to take the next step is to go on the field and finish the game with the ball in our hands. So there's a lot of things to improve on. To put my finger on it, I don't think I'm able to. I just gotta focus on what I gotta do.
Coach Kyle was talking about as far as the running game, a big factor of it not getting rolling the way it was, which is the competition you guys have been playing. But I mean, from your perspective on the line, how much of it is that, and how much of it is just you guys not doing what you have to do to make it work?
Whenever you play, the top 10 teams, top 15 teams, you can't give them the opportunity. You can't just roll the ball out there. And what do I mean by that is like you can't give, you need to give them your best shot. And I don't think we gave UNC or Notre Dame our best shot. And for whatever the reason is I don't know. And execution, whatever it may be. Um, you're not going to beat teams that are that good by not giving them your best shot. It just doesn't work that way. You can beat lesser teams like that, but you're not going to beat better teams like that. Yeah, we played some talent, no doubt about it. Sheldon was one of the better D linemen in the country, and Jalen's one of the better linebackers. And UNC had a pretty good defense too. So yeah, I mean the better the guys you play, um, it's going to be tougher. That's the nature of the game.
Seemed like in the early part of the game, defense was making some stops, and then you guys weren't able to move the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second half, you guys were scoring, and
Mm-hmm.
the defense couldn't stop them.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any, when you guys are on the sideline and you see the defense come up with a big stop, is there that like sort of pressure to come through for the other half of your team?
Absolutely, absolutely. There's no way, shape, or form this loss against Notre Dame was the defense's fault. I mean, not even close to it. You can't expect the defense to not, you know, shut a team out in the second quarter or in the second half. And we say, oh, we're only down 18 points. All we need to do is go out and score 18 points unanswered. Like, that's a lot of pressure on the defense. At that time, you might be asking the defense, hey, you do this for us, we'll do this, we'll pick up our side. But it has to start in the first quarter, first drive. It's been the same story past 2 games. We drive the ball, we hold the ball. We're winning that time of possession in the first half, but then we're not scoring points. So that has to change.
What makes you more confident that this team is going to sort of be able to, I guess, snap out of this funk compared to you guys went on a pretty bad losing streak in the middle of the year last year.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that it goes back to the question of, it's who we played. It's not like this funk that we're in. You have one team that's, I don't know, what's the combined record of the 3 teams that we've lost to, 20 something 2 or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's I think that the competition that we played, it's not like we played bad teams that we lost to. And 2 is that any loss, is really only detrimental if you don't learn from that experience. So what does that mean? That the next time that we're down 18 points, we know how to handle it. Our defense knows how to handle it. The next time we come out after, not scoring a touchdown, we should know how to handle that negative experience, that once we get put in that position again, we can revert back to that experience and we can learn from that experience. So as long as we do that, we'll be okay. And that goes back to just how you're coached, how you practice, and how you train yourself as a football player.
Take it back as a senior, there haven't been any of those players only meetings or anything like that you always hear about them.
No. Players meetings are for bad teams. Players only meetings. To get up in the front of a players meeting and, just start shouting stuff off, it just doesn't, it's a distraction that it doesn't need to. Everyone just needs to do their job. No, there's not been any players meetings.
I get it.
If you know how I feel about that now.
What is that line between respecting and knowing how good your opponent was, but obviously the disappointment of the loss? How do you balance that? Putting a game.
They're college football players, just like they put their cleats on the same way as I do. They're not immortal. They're not, they're not getting in. I don't want to get into the Notre Dame thing and but all that, but yeah, you have to. But I mean, it's just it's tough because you only have so many opportunities. I have 3 opportunities left, guaranteed opportunity, maybe 4. I don't know. But, you know what I mean? And that was the last time I'll play Notre Dame. You know what I mean? And that's something that I'll remember, forever. So you played a good team, you lost, but like I said, I don't think you were in here when I said it, but when you invest a lot of time and energy into something and then it doesn't go the way you want it to, that's heartbreaking. And then when people say, and you try not to hear the chatter outside of football and all that, but when people say, oh, the fans take it harder than the players, like that really bothers me because I put 30, 40, sometimes 50 hours a week into this. And then to say that I don't, care if we lose, like that gets at us. You know what I mean? That bothers us. I'm going off way off track now, but it's tough. You gotta keep a level head about your opponent and the loss.
Are you hearing a lot of that kind of stuff, Artie? From
It's just kind of chatter here and there, but no, not really. It's just kind of you hear about it, but and honestly, it's like social media stuff. So has to get off of that as soon as possible.
I know this is also sort of like off the wall. You're a guy obviously really involved in all the NCAA stuff. Were you paying attention at all to sort of what was going on at Mizzou this week, and what's sort of your take on that? Not to get into all like
I know what you mean. No, I mean it's you have teams come together and if they decide they feel as though that they need to do something for the better cause, and at the end of the day, I'm a believer that college football is a great thing and that we have it, but it's ultimately just a platform for something else. It is a platform for James Conner, a great example. All of the stuff he does outside of football, he uses his status in football to reach other people. You know what I mean? And I think that that's the power. And if that's the way that they wanted to do it, then so be it. I'm not going to give my opinion, my personal opinion, because that's not.
But do you think that's something? It just says something about sort of power that college football players have that maybe people hadn't realized before.
Absolutely. I mean, it's I personally, I might have came across like a phone update or something on my phone, but it wasn't. I didn't see it on ESPN until the football team decided to not go to Sunday film. You know what I mean? So it's the power of, college football in itself and the attention that it can grab. If they felt that that was what they needed at their school, then so be it. But you know, it's pretty much my thoughts on that.
I wanted to ask one on the big picture. Maybe it's because I came from Tomlin, but do you feel like with 4 games left, the arrow is pointing up with the program? Like, do you feel good about where
No
you
doubt.
are?
No doubt about it. I mean, I could go on and on and on about the great things that's taken place, from the facility standpoint to the attitude of the team, the work ethic of the team, the guys that are coming back. I mean, there's no question about it that it starts with the top, obviously, the head coach, and he's doing everything that he needs to do. I'll be a supporter for as long as I'm around, without a doubt.
Did you get a chance to talk with Freilich and Jimbo Covert last weekend?
Not so much. A little bit. I said hi to both of them. I talked to each of them when they were the honorary captain. The honorary captains come to our team meal before the game. So, and the current captains sit with Coach Narduzzi, Coach LaSala, and the honorary captain at breakfast of the pregame meal for that day. So, I've talked to Covert and Bill Freilich a lot previously, but this weekend not so much. Obviously, went up to Jimbo and said congratulations. It's pretty cool. We've been teasing Jared a little bit. I think that's pretty funny, but he's not the happiest person out there.
55 today.
I saw that. Yeah, I told him he's too tall to wear a 50.
Thanks, Artie.
Yeah.
Thanks, Artie. Good luck.